people will grow up from something and then be mad when people just like equate them with that forever. Because you're gonna be like a million years old and people will be
Yeah.
like, yo, remember you used to hate Reason? Like with a passion.
Reason 54 come out.
Right. So you're like, son, I didn't even really hate that joint.
Like I don't even care anymore.
So in case you don't know what we're talking about, there's been a new Reason out. And apparently y'all been giving Trizza the blues about the new Reason. But I'm like, yo,
Dog.
that's just good branding because it was a joke from like 4 years ago about how you don't like Reason. And now that's it.
And
That's
it's
crazy.
still there. It won't go
Yeah.
away.
Look at you, man.
It will not go away.
Facts. All right, man. Hold on. All right, we crispy. If you can hear the air horns, give me a 111. If you could hear the young air horn.
Hey,
Hold.
Young Sean, what up? Young Walker, what up? JD Saint, we got Ricardo. What up, man?
Oh man, it's popping in here.
We in here.
It's popping in here. So listen,
Are
it's
you
another
excited
episode.
to get oh my bad. You excited to get financial advice from Ja Rule?
No, nah, I'm good. Yo, Ja Rule. Whenever Ja Rule's involved, it's nothing more than lighthearted
That's
fun.
when it's time to go. That's when it's time
Yeah.
to exit. If Ja Rule's involved, it's like, all right, it's time to leave.
Yeah, I'm like, nah. Ever since that one time I tried to go to that one party that he was throwing, I'm kind of out of the Ja Rule joint. I'm kind of out of that, bro. But listen, so where do you want to start? You want to start with first of all, I'm gonna welcome some of the people in here. Welcome everybody. What's up? It's another episode of UnQuantized podcast. Remember,
Yes,
even though the show
sir.
is going on, please remember to ask your questions in here, and we answer them in real time. So, yo,
Yes,
do you
sir.
want to start with questions or do you want to start with GameStop?
I just seen a question that says, "What do you think about the Wall Street stuff going on?" So I guess let's get
Mm,
this out the way, because we're not a financial podcast, but we know a little
yeah,
something, little something.
we know a little.
Uh,
So, yeah.
little vert, a little Kodak. You know what I mean? Little black.
So listen, Trizza, you correct me if I'm wrong. What happened
Mm.
with GameStop? First of all, the big picture of what happened with GameStop. People are like, yo, some secret minds had a meeting in Reddit and they illegally did this thing to make the price go up. That's what it looks like. That's what people are saying. And that is definitely not what's happening.
Yeah,
The
not at
bigger
all.
picture is Silicon Valley doesn't really get along with Wall Street and how Wall Street functions. And feel free to stop me at any time. So it's a way for because retailers aren't looked at great in the market, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
As far as Wall Street goes, they don't really care about retailers. So this is just a bunch of rich people empowering the retail businesses to stick it to the market. Because what happened with GameStop
Mm,
was called a short squeeze, right?
right.
So when you short a stock, that's essentially betting against the stock to go down, right? So
True. Facts.
if you bet against the stock to go down, you want to cover it, right? You want to if you do a short, you want to cover. And a cover basically makes sure that you don't have infinite losses. Like when you buy a stock, you can only lose 100%, and there's an infinite possibility of gain. Whereas a short is the opposite. There's an infinite possibility of loss
Mm,
if you don't cover it. And not to get really into it, but a covered short stock basically it's the opposite of a buy. When you buy a stock, you sell it and you get your money. A short is you're actually selling the stock, uh, and then you end up buying it back and hopefully buy it back for a less amount than you put on it. Anyway, a short squeeze happens when a bunch of people get together and say a stock is at $4 and they just all buy the stock and it raises the price of the stock so much that the people who shorted the stock are forced to cover. And to avoid infinite loss, your bank can call you and say, you shorted the stock. You're going to lose more money than you have in your account. We're going to force you to cover. and essentially when you cover, that means these people are buying back stock. So the initial
And
people
it
surge
drives
the
the
stock
price.
up. It drives the price up. The other people that shorted the stock now have to buy the stock, which doubles the volume of the stock going up in order to cover their short. Because if you don't cover a short, say if a stock is like at $10 and you short it like 1,000, you get 1,000 shares to bet that it goes down, and then they get acquired overnight and make $1 billion, you would be out of gabillions of dollars, right? So yeah, the cover makes sure that you don't go infinitely broke, but that means you have to buy back the stock in order to cover your losses. And now the stock just goes up, up, up. It's a fairly simple yet fairly genius way to do
Yeah.
it.
And I seen somebody like break it down in hood terms. You bought something from the plug, right? But you bought it on borrowed money, right? So, say, and then normally what you do is you make the difference, right? But what happened is they forced the price to go up. So you had to buy it back at that higher price, right? And then by you buying it back at the higher price, the price keeps going up. The demand keeps getting crazier, so the price keeps going up. And
Yes.
dog, it would happen on the 1 week that I'm not trading. Normally I'm trading every day. I'm up at 9:30, but I recently, dog, first, this ain't a financial podcast, but if you're on if you're on Robinhood, get off, please. Please just don't
Yeah.
use that because it's terrible.
They're not gonna hustle. They're not gonna hustle.
Yeah, because today they blocked. You can buy Bitcoin. They stop you from buying Bitcoin and any cryptocurrencies today. So it's just wild. I would suggest Webull. If y'all DM me, I'll send you my Webull link. You get 4 free stocks. I get some free stocks. So it's a win-win. You know what I mean? To me, they're great. I haven't had no issues, but I was transferring my account over on Webull. I was on margin, which means they like loan you money, and I didn't want that. And so I went to cash only. And when you do that transfer, it takes like a week to like to transfer over. So I wasn't trading at all. So I wasn't really like researching stuff and looking. And it would be the wildest week in financial history. I would miss it, of course. But it's cool. I got in a little bit. I got in some Nokia, made a little bit. Did a little scalping of some AMC today. So I made a little bit.
Hey, listen, AMC is the next target for sure.
So
Yeah.
But yeah, be careful with this. Don't jump in, people. Don't go too crazy because it's volatile right now. It's horrible right now.
Yeah. People don't know. Elon Musk got in on it. Got in on the whole GameStop thing. He got in on it when it was at 115. It said like 340 today, 347. Something like it. He just sold today though. He sold today. But it was him. The more interesting guy, and I'm gonna wrap up the economics part of it, but the more interesting guy to Elon to me was him and the dude that used to be head of marketing for Facebook. He like made $1 billion at Facebook, left. He's been gone from Facebook. So a SPAC, real quick, is basically somebody who sets up a business that essentially it's not a business at all. It's just a business in name, and they just collect money into an IPO. And then they have like 18 months or 2 years or something like that to acquire a business. So this guy, the one that was the head of marketing at Facebook, he did that. He did DraftKings, this joint called I don't know, Galaxy something, but he's now known for opening up these SPAC joints, so basically setting up businesses that have no name, people could buy into them, and then you now own something that's gonna become something. And that's another way that the people in Silicon Valley are trying to stick it to the people in Wall Street, like, yo, we don't need you to go public. We can do it in our own way. And that's really what this whole joint is about.
Yeah, shout out to Wall Street Bets, man, because they went. Not only I look at Wall Street Bets as like they're like the World Star comment section, but everybody knows finances. It's like it's a wild place, but they're all geniuses at the same time. And it was before all of this, it was like 2 million people in Wall Street Bets, right? So you got to think 2 million people, all with some kind of, most of them with financial knowledge and some money coming together. it's going down. You know what I mean? You can sway some stuff, and they proved it. This is literally, I mean, I know this ain't a financial podcast, but this was going to change the history of finances and stocks, and everything's going to change. And it's also dope to see more people getting into stocks and like finance. I mean, I'm still kind of new. Like I've been a few like months that I've really been on it. But like, man, I'm seeing everybody, like people hitting me up, like, yo, how do I learn? Like, you know, so it's cool, man. Just, you know, be careful because you can, especially now, it's so volatile right now. Like I wouldn't go crazy with anything. I would stick to the script, you know, slow and steady.
But that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna front. I just YOLO'd a little bit today, but I was feeling good. I had made a nice little profit, you know what I mean, off a couple other things. So I went double down on some Nokia, you know, a little Nokia, you know what I mean? They ain't never let me down. Snake was the greatest game of all time. So I was just like, you know what? I placed the bet. Yeah, you know. So and it oh yeah. And then look at crypto too, because all of this stuff is gonna prove that like the government is a little bit crooked. The rules is like bent towards that. So crypto, even though I mean it's still some stuff people got to figure out with it, but it's the blockchain and all of that is going to help with like keeping. I feel like it's going to make people feel safer. So I would look at like Dogecoin. I mean, of course, Bitcoin is going crazy. Ethereum, like they're all going to go stupid, bro. So that's where I'm eyeing right now.
I heard some good advice today. And to answer, because people like, should I invest in should I get any type of cryptocurrency? And the advice was, if you think that there's at least a 1% chance that cryptocurrency can become the universal currency, then invest 1% of your portfolio in the cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. So I thought that was kind of good advice.
Yeah. Hey, if you sell some beats, man, take some of that profit. That's like a rule of mine. Whenever I make money off music, I always buy a piece of equipment or software, and I try to invest back in like something.
Yeah,
and that it's worked out.
You can buy Bitcoin on Cash App.
Yeah, just don't do Robinhood. Robinhood is the first company I've seen self-destruct like this. I've never seen a company go down in flames like this. Like they're literally, it's gonna be bad, bro. Like they're gonna lose a crazy amount of business, bro.
Are you saying somebody should have shorted Robinhood?
Bro, and you know the crazy thing is their IPO starts in maybe 2-3 weeks. So this is the worst time for this to
horrible time.
Yeah, this is the worst time for it to happen,
bro.
Yeah,
no, that's a horrible time for them to go public. But anyway, yo, also real quick, the last thing I'm gonna say about all this e-commerce stuff, the guy I was talking about who was the marketing head of Facebook, I cannot remember his name. He starts these SPACs and he puts them on the market as like IPO A, IPO B, IPO C, all the way through G. So you could find a SPAC of his and get in on it, and one day it's going to become something. And then whatever he acquires, like when he did DraftKings, the name of the SPAC just becomes the name of the company, which is DraftKings. And if you already own company in the SPAC, already own stock in the SPAC, you own stock in that new company.
It just carries over. I think that's the dude that did it. It's called a Tattoo Chef. He does all these like really cool, whatchamacallits. Yeah, that's pretty dope. I was trying to see if I could make a Bitly real quick for my Weeble if y'all wanted it. I suggest Weeble. To me, because Weeble, before I was on Robinhood and I would have to buy another app to look at the charts and really get the good charts. Weeble has all of it in there. So I think that's the best option.
I was on Stash. I'm currently going over to Weeble.
Yeah, come join Death Row. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's
are we starting another podcast on
I think we are, bro.
Uncryptoed.
Ooh, uncrypted. Wait, hold on. I forgot I have an air horn. Anyway, so let's get to what the show is really about, which is about producer stuff. Even though making money is producer stuff, because what producer don't want to make money?
That is facts.
But here's our first question. I think this is a good question. When someone says you got to get your sonics right, what do they mean? So when I first read this question, I was going to say it means your mix has to be right, but no, because then people just say your mix has to be right. And that's part of it. But what I think having your sonics right means your sounds and your sound as a collective has so much attention to detail paid at the elemental stage of it all the way up until the mix and the master. Like, so basically the sounds that are making your track, you pay so much attention to detail, and they're going to be dynamic and they're going to sound great. Like sonically by themselves, they're going to sound great. And then the culmination of you paying that much detail to the elemental factors of your beat leading up to the mix, which also gets that super attention to detail and the master. To me, that is a sonically sound composition, like from the element all the way up. So it's more than just having your mix together to me.
Yeah, to me, it just made me think of like frequencies. Like, you ever hear somebody and they don't have their frequency spectrum like filled, and so it's like the beat feels off almost. Like it's like yo, you need to layer this, or this part is thin. You know, it's like it's a certain, I don't know how to explain. It's almost like a foundation. It's like you got to have all these little parts to make it a complete thing. And sometimes it's like when people just have like their pads be mad thin, or like too much low end but nothing on the high end. It just like the sonics to me just be off. You know who to me one of the greatest people
the funky and all
that. Yeah, you know who one of the greatest people at sonics to me is that people don't talk about is Danger. Danger to me is one of the greatest sonic producers that I've ever heard in my life, bro.
Yes. He's also mastered the ability to put a lot into something but have it still sound simple and elegant. He's like a reverse, not a reverse Dr. Dre, but you know how Dr. Dre will have very few sounds, but the frequency spectrum is great. Danger is the one that can put a lot of stuff in there and still like kill it the same with having the frequency spectrum be like just perfectly filled.
Oh, and sorry, one more thing on the financial joint. If you go to bit.ly/Trizza Weeble, you get some free stocks, and it help your boy out too.
Spell Weeble, son.
WEBULL. So bit.ly/Trizza Weeble. Sign up with that joint, get you some free stocks. I get some free stocks, and they're good stocks too. I think I got like some ADT joints. I got some good. One of them was like maybe $20-$30 for the free ski. So yeah, check that joint out, or just DM me and I'll send you the link. Smoking Aces says, why doesn't Danger seem to get more recognition despite the massive hits he's done? I mean, me and Diego was talking about this yesterday, bro. Your personality means a lot in production, right? Like someone like Mike Will or Polo, or to me, they're very outgoing. You know what I mean? They have a certain aura about them to where they kind of control a room. And I'm not saying the Danger can't. My time being around him and just like seeing him, to me, he seems like a more to himself kind of person. So I think he just like, that comes with, if you don't want to be in the spotlight, which I don't blame you at all. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to be that person where people look at you like, all right, you're going to be this dominating figure. So I think that's all it is,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I think it's just a personal choice how his character is. Like you said, you've been around him, I've been around him, and like he's a more laid back type of guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah. I agree though. Danger should get way more recognition.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's a great dude. Like despite the hits and all that stuff, he's a really solid guy. Looking out, he suggested a few things to me that are current staples to the stuff that I do today. So man, shout out to Danger.
The GOAT. Let's see, we got Tristan Ingram. What up?
Yes, sir.
Let's see, we got Ace Nito. What up, bro? We got Loner Boy Beats.
Ace Nito.
Young Ace Nito. What up, man? We got DJ 912. What up, bro? He said that book is dope. Thanks. I don't even remember what book we talking about, but no problem.
I have no idea. Yeah,
no problem, my G.
For sure. Facts. Somebody says, still eager to know if there will be a course bundle. This noob has a lot to learn. Yeah, this weekend I'm gonna work on the course bundle for sure.
Yeah, Oracle been putting in the work. Hey, I ain't gonna front. I'm pretty proud, man. We've been low key on the grind again. Like we low key been cooking up, man.
And trading the secret. Look, we discussed so much like gym field stuff on the phone yesterday and probably the day before. Like we making whole changes.
Oh yeah.
Changes to the business and migrating from this to that just off the simple conversations we've been having. You know what I mean? So it was good to have that time to kind of chill and relax a little bit. But we kind of back on something right now.
Hey. And it's like I like the way we've been working. It's like even though we do very similar stuff, it's like I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna work on this and this. You gonna go over here and work on this and this, and then we gonna kind of we gonna debrief, come back, and be like, all right,
middle.
like, all right, this I did this. Here's all the notes,
yeah,
and then we good.
Well, yeah, that's how we work. Like, listen, I'm gonna go over here, get enough information, and get good enough at this thing where I could come back to the middle, teach you what I know about it. You'll be just as good. You'll do the same with something else. Then we crisscross and go to those two things, and then we come back. And now, like whatever I learned from, or whatever you learn from me about something, you learn more. Bring the more back to me, and then I'll go to whatever you had, learn more, bring the more back to you. Come on, man. You only got to do half the work to become a master in each thing. You know what I mean? And then we come back, information, chop it up. Hey, that shit has been working for years. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I just feel like we
mistakenly having a system that works.
Yeah, I feel like we have our moments. Like past couple months, I was like, I ain't feel like doing nothing. But low key, I've been back on it.
Oh yeah.
And it's been turning out, man. Like we were saying last week, the boat is pretty fun, man. I like the boat, man. I like the money making boat, man. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed it here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Don't rock the boat.
Yeah, I used to be on the little Bow Wow boat. You saw that when Bow Wow was on the yacht with all the little tiny one. I feel like we moving up. We getting a little bigger boat. You know what I mean?
Not the Drake Bahama joint.
Yeah, I ain't got the Drake boat yet. I ain't there yet. You know what I mean? If I would have gotten to GameStop a little earlier, I probably would have been there. But you know, you lose some, you win some.
You know, $4, bro.
I was.
They were at $4, bro.
Oh, and let me tell you what makes
it worse.
And they're gonna
go back to $4. Don't
oh yeah. And let me tell you what makes it worse is I had a call for GameStop, but to switch my account, I had to close out all my stocks. So I had it, and I would have just had it just sitting because I didn't even realize I bought it because the PS5 and all this stuff. And I figured when earnings come out, they're gonna shoot up. You know what I'm saying? So I was just holding GameStop, and I had to get rid of it because I had to flip. You can't hold an active contract when you flip your account like that. So yeah, bro. I'm a little sick, but you know, it's cool. It's gonna be more.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. So let's see. Yeah. What we got? What we got?
Secco said.
Here's
go ahead. I don't know why we got a little delay.
All right. Yeah. We got a little delay. All right. I'm gonna get this one off, and then we move into the other joint.
All right, cool.
This should be fairly easy to answer. We get this one a lot. Should I put my beats on BeatStars as well as other streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, etc.? Man, people kind of ask that a lot. First of all, shout out to BeatStars. Sure, put your beats on BeatStars. But two things. Number one, I always say, like, explore your options. Like, there are other options out there if you're just starting to see where you fit in best. But with putting your beats on BeatStars, I assume you want to sell them. So now when you say also put them on Spotify and Apple Music, those aren't platforms that you typically sell your music on. You can use those like some type of marketing and promotion where people can hear you and discover you. But I wouldn't even compare those to BeatStars. One is a beat selling platform specifically. The other two are just streaming platforms. But hey, depending on your goal, depending on your strategy, hey, get it how you live, man. For real.
You know something I always wondered, why don't people put it on? I know it's more work, but like, you ever seen somebody and they drive for Uber and Lyft, and it's like wherever they get the money from first? Why don't people use Airbit and BeatStars or like BeatStars and
I don't know.
ClickFunnels? I never. Yeah, that's like I never understood. I mean, it's a little bit more work, of course, but if you got a system for it, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I never got that either. And also on your own e-commerce platform, your own.
That'd be like number one.
Like, no. Shopify, and shout out to Shopify. Shopify's coming up, bro. Like, just put it on your own website first and foremost, because you'll have diehard fans that will come directly to your site, and what that does, that cuts out a lot of the middleman. I don't know what percentages people are taking, and you could also be over there,
Right.
getting your stuff together too. But on your own website, you're gonna have to pay a few like regular e-commerce fees, but they're gonna be fairly low, couple dollars here, and it's gonna be a lot less than what you would pay somebody else. So I just figure why not? And it's
Exactly.
yours. That's what makes it more valuable than anything. It is yours. If God forbid one of these other places goes down, you have your own thing, and you have your own system of commerce already. You're not forced to learn how to do e-commerce when something goes down. So yeah,
Yeah,
get
and
familiar
two,
with it.
the thing I like about I call it the Legion Beats method, the MIDI money. Like that theory though
Mhm.
is that you control the customer journey, right? It's not if you say
Yes.
I'm on BeatStars, someone has to log into BeatStars, and I'm any platform. I'm just saying I'm not trying to diss BeatStars or any. I'm just they were the first one on my mind, right? I'm gonna
Right.
use SoundClick. If you go on, you got to log on to SoundClick. You're gonna see a homepage full of other competition. You go, you know what I mean? So, and then somebody got to type in to find you. It's gonna be all this other stuff to distract them. But if you can get them to your page, it's all about you. It's focused, and you can control what
Yeah.
happens before. You can control what happens after. That's the key. You know what I mean? To me, it's like understanding how to control that whole journey is the key of like good marketing, not just bring them to one place and then it's like make them kind of have to figure it out. So
Yeah.
that's why I think, man, you should have it all. And someone had asked, are we on all platforms? So neither one of us actually sell beats online. We just do the
That's a
placement thing in
fact.
the sound design game. So that's pretty much it. But I mean,
That is a
it's to
fact.
me, it's very similar situations. You know what I mean? Like we've both sold on other like platforms for sounds, but we both
Mhm.
have our own funnels. We both have our own websites.
Oh,
You know.
it's safe to say 90% of whatever we're doing commerce wise, we own,
Mhm.
right? I mean, it's the way. It's not a tougher struggle because you could still be in other places. But
Yeah.
listen, man, hey, we own it. That's the thing.
That's facts. Young Shane, what up, bro? What the young? Me and Shane used to be rapping in the back of the bus.
Oh shit.
That's why my,
Fire.
my beat career got started.
Fire. Hey, I got a question. I got a question for the chat, actually. Do you have any rituals before you get into beat making mode or production mode? Like put in the chat like what some of your rituals are when you before you cook up. I'm
Hey,
curious.
I will say I just noticed this, but the turntable in the back and then whatever that little cube is kind of fire. I'm not even gonna hold you. I might actually buy that cube. I have no idea what it does, but it looks
Oh,
cool.
I'm gonna put that in my chat. You talking about the one over here?
Yeah, that joint's fire. I was like, yo, what is
Dog,
this? What am I
it
looking
is
at?
the most awesome, totally pointless thing I've ever bought in my life. I'm gonna put a link to it in my bio. I meant to do it before the show, and then I'll put it in the stories later. If anybody's interested, you can go grab you one.
Oh, I'm copping one. I'm sold. I don't know what that joint is, but
Bruh, you can put almost anything on there, bro. I got some good on Nintendo stuff. I think I got a Sonic joint on there just because I got on the young PlayStation, old school PlayStation
hey,
shirt today.
hey.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I got you. I got you. Oh, you know I'm gonna send you the young affiliate.
Oh yeah, please. Nah,
Yes, sir.
yo, we are affiliate shouties, dog. You see how we do. I'd be like, Oracle, send me whatever that is. Send me that affiliate. Go ahead, and make this money off of it.
Oh, that's a fact. Yeah, if
Yeah,
if something that I'm like, yo, what's that? Or I got something he like, what's that? Yeah, we definitely send each other affiliate links. I mean, you gonna buy it anyway. You might as
yeah,
well
might
get
as
your man
well.
at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, right? Come on, man. Like,
Shout
yeah.
out to Big Shot. Big Shot send me the affiliate for
Oh,
something.
that's a fact. Speaking of affiliates, affiliate marketing for the win. I'm really about to get into it this year. I am currently revamping my affiliate program. Me and Realistic been talking. Me and Triz have been talking. I got the joint up and running. I realized
Mm-hmm.
all the problems I was having before when I wasn't paying it that much
Mm-hmm.
attention. Bro, I am hype. I'm ready to go. I start hitting up influencers, start hitting up other people. We're gonna get this affiliate thing like
Oh yeah.
like really going. We already do like Amazon affiliates and a few
Mm-hmm.
affiliations with other people. I got a DJ Swivel. affiliate, baby audio affiliate, stuff that I sell
Right.
on an affiliate. But I'm about to start my own stuff to where people,
Mm.
can sell my stuff too.
Hey, so the squad can make some money out here.
Come on, man.
Super
Oh, we
easy,
about to get it
man.
down.
Oh, we about
Come
to
on,
be
the
out
squad.
here.
No, come on. Listen, we've been doing this for so long. I think it's time we start paying the squad. Like, come on, the squad got to get some too. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm super with it.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
we got some good pre-studio rituals. Let's see. Turn my LED lights on. That's a fact. You got to.
Gotta have.
If you don't have
Gotta have that.
at least 3 LEDs and something like sparkling around in your studio, if you don't got the white remote, my joint, I can't reach it. But the little white remote that's like this, your studio is not
Yeah.
complete.
Oh yeah, you gotta have that. You
I
gotta
got
have that.
dog.
Or
I got
hook them
about
up to the
7 of
Amazon
them.
jump.
Yeah, exactly. I got about 7 of
Yeah.
them, and they all work to this. I don't even know what they go to. I just be clicking ones like, all right, it's not that one. It's not that one.
Oh shit.
Let's see. Slim Trill says meditation. Not mad.
Good one. Good one.
Oh,
Good
and I
one.
gotta hit you back, Young Slim. Gotta hit you back. I gotta review some of them things. Okay. He hit us up, for the whatchamacallit.
Ah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
forgot about that too.
yeah.
Come on, man.
Let's
Let's
see.
go, man. Yeah.
He says I get hyped and think about positive about the beat and myself. Hey, you need that. I like that,
Good
man.
joint. Good joint. Mental health is quite important. Quite important.
Getting some good weed and follow my vibe at the moment.
Come on, you already know. Hood way is good way.
Sample Pacquiao. Let's see. I listen to music for inspiration and light a candle every time. Not bad.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
listening to other people's music before though, unless I have to.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll be with me. It's a catalyst. If I listened to someone else's music before I made a beat, I was somewhere and got inspired.
You're
Or I was. That's why I don't watch award shows or go to concerts because the music, just being in the environment and seeing it, just inspires me to just cut it off and go work. So
you're
I kind of get it, but I don't do it on purpose.
man. I know I probably told this story on the show before, but first time I met Timbaland, it was I was in LA and it was the BET Awards. It was a party, and I'm in the club, and Tim was in the club with headphones on. And I was like, this is the most gangster shit I've ever seen in my life, dog. He's listening to something completely different, but I guess, and I'm just assuming that he didn't want to hear, he's not trying to listen to what's going on. He's on his own vibe, so he don't want to get influenced and tainted by whatever is going on. And I was like, I've never seen that, bro. Like my dog was in here with some beats like these in the club and bopping to another rhythm, like own
Dog,
world.
it is the weirdest shit to see that ever. I seen him at a Grammy party. We was at a Grammy party, and he did that in LA. Still,
Mm-hmm.
just mad people walking past, and I remember, I looked and I'm like, oh shit, it's Paris Hilton, and she's walking, and who she walked past, Tim, sitting on a bench against the wall in a Grammy party with some big ass headphones on. So he looks up and like, hey, Black, what's up? Like, hey, what you doing here in the park today? I'm like, dog, there's some party going on. You just gonna sit with the headphones on?
I was like, yeah,
That's
you a
how they get
gangster,
down,
dog.
man. That man be locked in, bro. He be
Yeah.
super locked in.
Let's see. I just turned the lights off. Okay, she hit the Rico love. Turn the lights off.
Hey.
Let's see. Dub says, "Don't laugh, I'm old." But before a beat session, I drum on my office door, hit a verse, 5 minutes of funk, then I go in. Hey, man.
One man cipher. Go ahead, cuz.
It sound like
Slim and goodness.
on the Apollo when they used to rub the log.
Yeah, that's his joint.
That's his joy. Let's see. I
Yeah,
watch a tutorial a
yeah.
lot of the times. Someone got it. It's facts. Sometimes you got to do that.
That's good. That's good business right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let you coming in with some fresh ideas. Not mad.
Yeah,
See,
that's pretty dope, man.
how you had that little cube in the back. I have a Alexa controlled aroma diffuser. I don't know why I need it to be controlled by Alexa, but oh, sorry, Alexa, stop. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's great. And I thought I bought the one that
Dog.
wasn't control, and then I bought the bigger one instead, and it's been great, man. Peppermint smells on demand.
Wait, is it that one that's over this shoulder? You see against the wall
I
back
can't
there?
really see it, but it looks like I can see the
Oh
corner.
well, if it's the one you suggested to me, yeah. Oh, that's my joint.
Yeah, yeah.
Peppermint eucalyptus on demand.
Oh yeah, out here. What else do I do? I'm trying to think what else. I just LEDs. Oh, I'm famous, dog. I put the TV on mute. Shout out to my bro Ponzu in here. We'll be
Yes,
sending
sir.
like videos of like he sent me some fire videos. It's like just going over scenery, like like just like mountains and like the beach and stuff like that. But I put the TV on mute. I'll watch like anime or something, depending on what the vibe I'm on. If I'm like trying to do some party stuff, I'll look up Jamaican club, bro. Wow, and put it on mute, bro. You gonna get that energy. You gonna catch that
Watch the
vibe.
shorty get
Watch
shorty get DDT'd off the bar.
Watch the dude turn to Jeff Hardy, do a backflip off the club speaker. Yeah,
Facts. On to someone.
onto someone.
But
And then she looking at him like it won't nothing. Like, yeah, I do this.
facts. Okay, so and that's a good suggestion. So if you're into watching visuals as you make a beat, there's a movie I want to put y'all on to. I think the name of it is Samara, something like that.
Mm.
And it's a movie of just a collection of like scenery and like epic footage from like all around the world and all types of humanity. A lot of it is beautiful. Yeah, so look that up. And it's another one. It's another movie. That's super dope. It's just like that. I had to remember the name of it.
Do you know the name? It's a movie, and Kanye did all of the lights videos based off of it. But it's about a dude doing a DMT trip, and then he's like born as his sister's baby. It's a wild movie, dog. But Kanye's kind of took that. Yeah, it's wild, bro. It's one of those super indie films, but it's all about the dude doing DMT, and the visuals is just wild though. Like, so I'll watch that joint on mute. But I can't think of the name of it. But Kanye took it from all of the lights and took that same kind of like the font changes and the colors and all that. So yeah, I'll look it up. I'll try to find it so people can watch that joint.
Wait, and while we're in the movie suggestions, I suggested a movie to Young Trez. I'm gonna go ahead and suggest it to the group. Middlemen.
Oh yeah,
Middlemen is a dope movie. If you like that, like Wolf of Wall Street type movie, like it's wild. It may be just as wild, maybe a little wilder than Wolf of Wall Street. I don't know.
Yeah, it's about neck and neck.
Yeah. It's a pretty wild movie, but it's very very Wolf of Wall Street. So I think that some of y'all might like it.
Enter the Void. Exactly. Kenneth, appreciate that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, watch that joint. It's a Smack City movie. It's one of those.
Smack City.
Smack. So Oracle.
Check that out. So someone. What happened?
No, go ahead. Because mine was the segue.
Yo, we trashed with this delay, by the way.
Nah, no, this delay is super horrible.
So someone says, should we be mixing our beats down? I mean, like all the way to the master stage or just a good balance? I would say do what you can with what you have. Meaning, I would learn mixing, like constantly watch tutorials, constantly get better at my mixes. However, if I have the budget, I'm gonna start hollering at an engineer in the meantime to get my stuff right. So not only will you be learning, you'll still be having good mixes and people don't hear your learning process.
Right.
Also, when someone professional mixes your music specifically, you get to hear what they did to it. And then you could kind of go back and even try to remix the exact same thing. Or maybe even talk to the engineer and ask them what they did. We actually have a service on our site with our mixing service where we'll have Realistic mix your stuff. And then you can have a consultation with him and he can tell you what he did to your mix.
Oh, that's
I just think that's really important. And at the same time, listen. Also, listen, YouTube is cool. Get a course. I'm not here to push our course, but we got a couple dope mixing courses. But the thing is, get a course. Sifting through YouTube is cool, but you're gonna get you can't really follow a journey. So what I would say to you is learn by whatever means you can in the process. Try to get your stuff professionally mixed if you have the budget. Try to speak with that engineer or at least replicate what he is doing, and sky's the limit after that.
Facts. Yeah, and I would say too. I mean, it's kind of difficult now because I feel like the loudness wars is here. Like, you want your beats to be as loud as possible, so you don't want to push too much on the
Mm-hmm.
master. But I mean, I put something on my master, but you want to push enough to where it's like loud and it's competitive, but you don't want to like OD if something like an engineer gets it, they can't do nothing with it. I think that's the balance, and I mean, it's a little difficult, but you know, you gotta be competitive, man. Because I've heard people play beats and somebody else plays beats after, and it sounds like night and day. And the artist hears that, and they like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
bro, your joint ain't hitting like that one." Like, so what's up? And then kind of throws it off. So just make sure keep the volumes up. And I mean, I would just do it as best as I can. I wouldn't overthink it. Something is better than nothing. The effort is out there. You gonna figure it out eventually. You just gotta put it out there.
Facts. Facts. Hold on, I gotta get the air horn to work. Young Slim Trill said the art of beat mixing is key. Appreciate it. And
Hey,
then right up under that is young DJ MacGyver in here. What up, bro?
MacGyver, what up, bro?
Yes, sir.
We gotta figure out how to get
Yes, sir.
a third person on the Facebook.
Man, we
I
got
mean,
patch
yeah,
that.
on Instagram.
No, we got patching, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
good.
got patching, man. We got to do it. Wait, I'm sorry. I thought about something and then immediately realized it was a horrible idea. I'm like, oh, we got to do a clubhouse with DJ MacGyver.
Oh,
No, no, we don't.
I'm there
No, we
though.
don't. I'm sorry.
I'm checking it out.
Eh,
I'm checking it out.
yeah, yeah.
He need a show, bro. MacGyver, you need a show, bro. MacGyver, please do a podcast,
That's a
bro.
fact.
If you did a podcast, I'm tuning in every week. I'm there, bro.
Dog, I'm there. And the name of your podcast should be What the What? What the What?
Let's see. Tips for consistency. That's a good question.
Uh, Tips for consistency. Well, we always on here. We're talking about planning and we're always talking about goals. Try to make a calendar. Set a goal, set a date, you know, plot every day or however many days up until that goal. That way, you'll never have to ask, what should I be doing? You'll rarely feel lost on your quest to get to wherever you have to go because you're clearly defined. You can stay consistent if all you have to do every day is look at whatever you wrote down, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And then after that, I'm doing this. And after that, I'm doing this. So that's a tip for consistency for me.
Yeah. And I mean, it applies to beats, everything, like templates, man. Like, if I'm releasing a product, I have a template. If I'm doing a sale, I have a template. If I'm making beats, I have templates. So all of that stuff to me helps me be more
Come on,
consistent
bro.
and like thorough, and it save a lot of time. Because I get messed up is when my time is off. You know what I mean? Because I'm already balancing like having businesses and a family and all this stuff. So it's like when my time gets messed up, that's when everything starts getting thrown off, and I'm like all over the place. But consistency, just scheduling stuff out and templates, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. I need
So
some air horns.
templates is a
We got big shot
whoa,
beats
whoa,
in
whoa, whoa,
here.
whoa.
We got big shot beats in
Come
here,
on,
bro.
come on, man. Big shot beats in the building. Listen, if there's a guy that both of us have chewed his ear off with questions this week, it's young Big Shot Beats, man.
Man, much appreciated, my
Yeah,
G.
Big Shot Beats. Yeah, man. He's been a tutor and a guru this week. Appreciate you, family, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Damn, I
Fiction.
had
Oh, my bad.
something.
It's delayed. It's crazy.
No,
Let's
no,
see.
go ahead.
Fiction says, open your DAW every day and at least listen to your beats you're working on. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Facts.
I like that.
Facts. Facts. Well, while we're on this train, there is a question here. What are 3 tips for mixing your beats? Um, I'm gonna say mix in mono for
Big
sure.
facts.
Um, use reference tracks for sure, and mix at relatively low volumes to avoid ear fatigue.
That's
I
nuts.
think that would be my 3 tips off the break. Just
And
those basic fundamentals of mixing right there.
And I would also throw in do the car test or the cell phone test every once in a while. Because sometimes, especially like depending on your monitors, it's gonna sound good in your monitors. And then when you play somewhere else, you be like, bro, this joint sound crazy over here. So it's like NS10s. Like when people would describe NS10s, they're the crappiest speakers. So if you can make something sound good on them, they will sound good on everything. And that's wild that those speakers are like studio standard because they suck. It's the weirdest thing. It's like they're so trash that they're great. But so check your mixes, and if you got a sub, man, be careful. And that's it.
Oh yeah. Dog, I'm scared of subs. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm super scared of subs.
I hate. Only time I like subs if I'm listening to like stuff. Like it's just like a vibe. We playing everything back. I like to turn it up. But other than that, I hate making beats with a sub on.
Facts. Here's a fun question. What could Native Instruments have done to make Machine better, or what could they have added to it? Real-time time stretching and battery. I don't think the new one is battery powered. So real-time time stretching for anything in this day and age, I need that. And put a battery to make it truly portable if you didn't do that already.
Let's see. Oh, Kenneth says, is speaker placement a game changer for mixing?
For a real engineer would definitely be like, hell yeah. Now for me,
I knew you was gonna
say. But I'm not a real engineer.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I have, shout out to Realistic. I have somebody that can mix my stuff. But for a real engineer, they're gonna tell you definitely, and not only speaker placement, but then they're gonna get into room treatment and the whole spatial aspect of it, which is kind of speaker placement in itself. But for someone like me, no, not really. But if you're gonna mix stuff for somebody else, I would say take that stuff very seriously.
Oh yeah, it's nothing like being in a room with like the Osbergers, and it's like the tuned room. Ooh. That's like one of the greatest like feelings. Like the bass, it's like it's never too much. You ever be in like a truck and the bass is like way too much? It's like a weird. But those tuned rooms, it's like always perfect. No matter how much you turn it up, it's like this is right. It doesn't get too crazy. So I mean, I wish I could have my crib like that, but you have to build. You have to install the Osbergers and build the room around for the super tuned ones. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to do all that. So my speakers be turned on the wrong. I'll be having my speakers on the side sometimes because it looks cool. Not even going front. I know it's wrong. I know I shouldn't do it, but I like the way it looks.
Wait, so you got that's the equivalent of in all the hood movies, everybody aiming the gun sideways?
Yeah, exact same thing. It's like I know it's not proper, but
facts.
I switched it up though because I moved when I changed my room around. I needed a little more room, you know what I mean, for the TV to pull out and all that stuff. So I put them back upright, but for a while I had them, and my engineer, her friends would be like, "Hey, bro, you need to change that, dog."
Yeah,
I'm like, look, man.
I mean, hey, you like, listen, I'm not in here mixing over this joint. So
right. Yeah. Let's see. DJ 912 says KRK has an app to help KRK audio tools. Dope. Nice. Hey, if y'all need that, check that out.
I think I'm frozen.
Oh, you on which one?
On the ground.
Oh, you still good for me.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. You say so.
See mono references for the win, and like Trish said, listen on many sources as possible. That's facts. How do you mix in mono on Ableton?
You could actually put a utility plugin. It's a native audio plugin to Ableton. You could put that on your master track, and it has a mono button on it, and also something where you can set the cutoff frequency. So I think they have a turn everything mono button, and they definitely have a bass in mono button, so you could do one or the other.
Facts. Any tips for artist development? K Cash.
Yeah, damn. I think we went down on the ground.
Oh yeah, we did. Well, I think it's just you. I don't know. What happened? Wait, I take Basil.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, it's just on Seems to be just on his computer. I can see myself just fine. Okay.
Oh, y'all still, if
Yeah.
y'all on
Please
IG, hit
continue.
111. Yeah, let me know if y'all can see this, because you on mine, you're spinning. You got the spinny wheel of death, but
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I might have to redo that whole thing.
this is now you're both frozen on my screen. Yeah, you might have to redo that, cuz.
Yeah. All good.
While you do that, I'm a I guess I'll answer the artist development because he's on the YouTube.
Okay.
So man, so in my career, I've been around in Atlanta. They have a circuit of like new artists, and if you're a new producer, they run you through the circuit. You know what I mean? So you understand a lot of artist development. I think a lot of it, man, is like just getting them confident to like answer questions and be that personality. Which, I mean, you even saying artist development is something that doesn't happen a whole lot. It's a dude in Atlanta, like an old school dude named Marvelous McIntyre, who used to train everybody, like all the R&B guys and all that, and they would work them. Even rappers come through, they would like, dog. It's like point, like how they talk, their mannerisms, like everything is like worked on. It's like, you know, like this is a job. And
that's fire.
let's see, having a little bit of problem. Oh, okay, we're still getting questions coming through, but yeah, and
okay.
but yeah, I would say focus on their look, focus on how their interviews and their personality, because the music is gonna be there. If they're good, you know, you still can figure that out. But it's the combination to me is like of all of that stuff that's gonna take you to the next level. And it's gonna I feel like they all benefit each other. If an artist feels confident and he got the swag and they got like an image, I feel like that reflects in the music. And then I feel like when, you know, the music is fire, they're gonna be more confident to do other stuff. So I feel like they all kind of play a part into each other. But you know, let them know what it is. You know, train for like you about to be on a big stage, and that's how you should go about it. See, that's cool. You're back. Right. Is Oracle cool?
I'm back. But you're not back, and I don't see any comments.
I see comments, and you're frozen on mine. Yeah, I think it's freezing up again.
And bring the whole joint back. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's do that.
I'll just end it. Let's see. Hold on.
All right, cool.
Now let me go back.
Sure, guys. We'll see. What dog? You over there listening to some West Coast?
Oh.
Beats music?
Nah, it's my man. Was on Instagram, and he found an old beat that he thought he made, but it's a beat that I made like 1,000,000 years ago.
What's that?
But all right, so
let's see. Beats music says mix checker will help. Yeah, mix checker is pretty dope.
I was about to talk about that. I'll wait till the gram come back up before I talk about it. Boom. All right, we back on here. We back.
What Basil?
Come on, man. Where you at, man? But yeah, I'll there you go. I'll talk about that. Come on, young Trezor. There you go.
Do. All right. We back. We bike.
We bike. So yeah, Beats Music was saying, first of all, shout out to Beats Music. I gave the suggestion of a plugin Mix Checker last week, and Beats Music immediately scooped that joint up. And you know, as he just said, like it's a win. And what Mix Checker is, in case you don't know, it's a plugin that has your speakers emulate other different speakers, like a car or laptop speakers, or you know, something like that. So shout out to Mix Checker.
Yo, we got a very important question. Bricks Domain says, how can I take my career to the next level? I'd say continue making beats with Jesus.
No, I'm gonna tell Bricks, you're gonna be somebody one day, young man. You just keep with him, young man. You're gonna go and maybe even do a song for, I don't know, somebody.
Like
yo, in case
Young
you don't
Thug
know,
or somebody, Drake.
Kind of killing it. Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll do all right at this beat making thing. You just stick with it. Everybody spam the hearts for young Bricks the main out here killing the charts, doing everything for your favorite artist. Get that man an air horn, get that man some hearts,
Mm.
and yeah, check him out. Follow him if you don't already, for sure.
And I applaud the marketing, bro.
Oh,
I'm enjoying it, bro. It's cool seeing you. I mean, from going from like the producer to this marketer producer. I'm impressed, bro. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed too, but I'm gonna tell you why I'm disappointed. You could have been two things: a producer or a wrestler. And I would
Oh
have,
yeah,
you would have been a more exciting
yeah.
wrestler because you could do more. But yo, you have a wrestler's type of branding. It's almost like guerrilla marketing, but it's
Mm-hmm.
it's dope. It's very in your face. It's very authentic. Yeah, I just think it's dope. You would have definitely made a dope wrestler, bro.
He gonna do a beat making video where he jumping out of plane.
You're gonna jump off the top turnbuckle on some money.
Skydiving with the NPC, just like
That's a fact. But listen, I want to point out something too. Now that Brooks Domain is in here, sometimes you can have what is deemed like not an unfair advantage, but
mm,
you reach certain points. Either you reach a certain point that people want to aspire to, or you just happen to be good at something or more knowledgeable at something than a lot of other people are. Capitalize on that. Make
thanks.
that part of your branding. Make that part of whatever you're selling, whatever it is that you're doing. Bricks is a prime. He's a prime example of that. So shout out to you for recognizing that, or whether it was natural or whatever. But I mean, because everybody wants to do what everybody else does, and people are just
Right.
gonna copy. But you got a thing or them things that you more knowledgeable at. You just way better than other people, man. Like make that part of your shit. You know.
Yes, sir. And it's so wild, man, because that's what make people stand out. It's like I get if you see somebody else winning, you want to do the same thing because you think that's the path. But it's like the stuff that made that person stand out is what made them win. So it's like,
That's
why
the
don't you
path
try to
to
figure a
win.
thing to make you stand out, and then that's how you win. So
Yes, sir.
it's the weird conundrum.
Listen, man, that was the path for that person.
That's facts. Said Bricks out here on this takeover mode. Yeah, bro. When I seen the clouds, and then you're sitting above the clouds making a beat, I was like, oh, this man, he gets it. This is going viral. I'm gonna see this
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
everywhere.
Most people gotta die to do that. He did that while he was still alive.
It's like them other
Shout
like
out
the
to
little
you.
TikToks you be seeing when people got the cloud backgrounds and they acting like they died. It's like he did that, but in real life, that's a
No,
flex.
still here. Yeah.
Uh,
So go ahead. Go ahead.
Fiction, she says, branding is difficult for me. I don't think it has to be though. I feel like
It doesn't.
branding, yeah, I feel like branding is more like psychology in a way. It's like understanding what other people would want. I feel like once you kind of start understanding that, it gets easy.
You have to brand according to your personality and according to
Mm-hmm.
how you are. Like, okay, fiction. I knowing a little bit about you. You're quiet. You don't show yourself a
Mm-hmm.
lot. Come on, just be the mysterious. You got the mysterious brand. We just R.I.P. Hip hop legend Young Doom had a
Mm-hmm.
whole brand built around mysteriousness. The man wore a mask everywhere, so much so people said he got other people to do some of his shows for him or something like that. But the point is, he was, a mysterious dude, but he built a brand around him to where
Right.
he could sustain and be comfortable. Because I'm a firm believer in there are things that you can do to get popping, and then there are things that you can do to get popping and stay popping, i.e., things that are sustainable for your lifestyle, for your personality, and
Right.
conducive to the way you are. So when you can find what works and what works for you, and then combine
Mm-hmm.
those, that's proper branding.
No, that's facts. Because I think, what's the YouTuber? It's the crazy thing. I've never watched his stuff, but I always see that picture. His name is Corpse Husband. I feel like one of the
Okay,
biggest YouTubers, dog. And it's just a
gangster.
cartoon. It's just a little cartoon. It's like a dude with like a half dog or rabbit, something. You've seen it before. You've seen the picture. And one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform, and nobody knows who he is. Nobody has a clue. he put out
See?
like a little like voice note on Twitter, and it was just him like growling. And bro, it had OD crazy amount of retweets. And I'm just like, bro, but it's part of his brand, you know? But I will say,
See?
you got to step out your comfort zone somewhat. I mean, you could be mysterious, but if you're gonna be mysterious, you got to lean in. Whatever you're gonna do, you gotta. Tony Robbins say, "Burn the boats, take the island." I would lean in. You know what I mean? Like, get uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, man, I'm telling you, I've done a lot of stuff, and it's not my comfort zone. I've done commercials. I've been in movies. I've done all kinds of stuff, and I hate being on camera. It's so awkward to me. I don't want to be an actor. It's not natural for me. You know what I mean? But it's like, do I want to take this opportunity, or do I want to miss out? I'd rather say I at least tried it, you know?
Facts. People don't know, like doing this for us. This is not really our cup of tea. This whole being on camera thing. We've been doing this every Friday for we're on our fifth season, 5th year, bro, doing this, you know. But you know, we see the benefits of it, and it's for the brand, and it helps people out. So sometimes you do have to step out of your comfort zone. I would never be on camera ever, but every Friday, you know, give or take a few, we here, you know, all the time. So you got to do what you got to do, but it's also sustainable the way that we do it. Even you could do something uncomfortably, but make it as comfortable as possible for yourself. Because the goal is to not be lazy. The goal is to do something that you can sustain and maintain and be consistent at.
Yeah, it's like you got to look at the benefits versus the being unconfident about something. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't like being on camera. It's awkward to me, but at the same time, the benefits of me being on camera is I get to meet hella people. You know what I mean? I learned a bunch of new stuff. You know, I get opportunities that I would never. So it's like, of course, man, I do this. I run it back every time, dog. Like, it's no thought about it. So, you know.
Facts. So someone says, are plugins the new gear envy? I don't think so, bro. For the most part, plugins kind of cap out at a certain price point, and that price point is low enough for a decent amount of people to have that plugin. When I think of gear envy, I think first of all, physical gear is usually more expensive than plugins are. So you have that aspect where that's going to cut out you know, some of the people on the budget, they're going to cut that out, and they're going to be envious of the people that have it. Then there's also a scarcity aspect to it. You got to wait for gear to ship. If you cop it and you know, you pre-ordered it, you're going to get it first. You're going to be the, you know, the envy. So when it comes to gear, there's a lot more to be envious of, and it's physical gear is a more fulfilling purchase for me most of the time. Now, don't get me wrong. The proper plugin to help you achieve whatever you want, you know, almost the same feeling. But something about getting gear, especially sought after or rare gear, there's a certain envy that comes with that I don't think a plugin could ever match.
That's facts. Someone earlier had asked, how do you make an 808 from scratch?
Sine wave.
Yeah.
Sine wave, a few ingredients here. Pure sine wave, saturation or distortion, compression. Learn how to use a pitch envelope and put the pitch envelope. Real quick, a pitch envelope is where the sound of the sine wave is going to pitch for a certain amount of time and then come back down. If you put a pitch envelope in the beginning of a sine wave, kind of narrow to taste, and pitch it up maybe 2 octaves, it's going to put the punch on the sine wave instead of it sounding like a bass note. And then your decay and release and all that is going to determine how fast and or how long it takes for the wave to get back down to regular pitch. So if it's really short, it's going to be a undetectable punch on the beginning of the 808. If it's fairly long, it's going to kind of pitch down over a longer period of time. You're familiar with what that sounds like. But get those few things. Yeah, and then also I'll say this: a great plugin for making 808 sound great once you already have them. Check out DJ Swivel's BDE.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
I'll put it in my stories after the show. That joint is amazing. I actually got a link for you too. If y'all want the link, DM me. I'll send you my own personal link to that, and I'll give you a discount code so you can get 15% off that joint. But it makes your 808 sound
Yeah, that
super
just
crazy.
is
So
cool.
whoever asked that question, yeah, happy 808ing for sure.
And it's been a while. It's probably, I don't even know if they still make this app, but it was called, I want to say Centorial, but it basically teaches you sound
So you put
design.
me on.
Because you remember when we first started working together and doing the sounds, I would do all the like little preset patches. You remember I was
I
making a bunch of
remember that.
those? Yeah, it's because I had took this. I was doing
Mm-hmm.
this app, and it teaches you like, all right, this is how you make a sign, this is how you make a square, this is how you make a pad, this is how, and you got to start from like a basic sound. And so I would just do this every day, bro. I would like wake up and I would just make like 5 sounds and just like random, like, and it taught me a lot about like making sounds from other, like, you know how you see like a wave synthesizer, you'd be like a square lead or a triangle, and how to
Yeah.
transform that into something
Yeah.
else. So it was pretty dope, man. But I'm pretty sure it's a little old now, so I don't know if they updated it or how that is. So I don't know if you can still get it, but you know, worth it checking it out.
Fire. Also, since we're talking about it, and you brought up the fact, you know, the old synth patches and stuff that you used to do. Another sound design exercise. Here's a good sound design exercise. Um, have a synth, whatever synth or VST of your choice. Pull up a patch that you like. Um, you know, look at it, study where things are, how things sound, and then make another track. Open up the same synth and totally initialize the plugin to where everything is just on 0, and then try to recreate that
Mm-hmm.
synth that you love. And that's going to teach you a whole lot, not only about the synth that you're using, but just since synthesizers tend to have the same
Right.
parts or the same components, it's going to teach you sound design in general to where you can have any synth or VST or even hardware controller to some degree, and know how to make the sound that you want without solely relying on
Thanks.
presets.
What's the difference between sidechain compression and mid-side compression?
Mid-side compression is something that I don't do. that is for my engineer. Now, sidechain compression, I could tell you all about, and we do have a tutorial on mid-side compression on soundoracle.net. But sidechain compression, in a nutshell, is when you have a sound, and then as another sound plays, that sound ducks out. You set how far down the volume ducks and how long the volume stays ducked before it comes back up, and also how fast it comes back up. And that's sidechain compression. A good example would be when you have an 808 and you have a kick. Some people like to use this method. Your 808 is rocking, but when the kick hits, your 8 might duck a little bit in the beginning. That's just one way to use sidechain compression. If you want to see sidechain compression to the max, let's do some old Flying Lotus or
Oh
something like
yeah,
that.
K
You know what I mean?
Tronada.
K-Tronada, yeah, that's side chain and like pumping at its finest. It's kind of like a real zoomed in and exaggerated idea of exactly what's happening.
Because mid-side is more about the stereo feel, right? It's
Yes.
more about compressing the middle and the. I'm not an engineer, so I'm gonna get it wrong, but I know it has something to do more about the stereo feel rather than sidechain is more of a, I don't want to say effect, but it's more of a making room, like getting something out the way for something
Right.
else.
Yeah. When I think of sidechain compression, it's more on the creative beat making aspect. When I think of mid side, it's purely in a mixing aspect.
But what's the best way to get mixing feedback?
Go to soundoracle.net, click on services, go to mixing service, scroll all the way to the bottom, and you could book a mixing consultation.
And we got some real
Ooh,
cool coming up.
ooh.
You know, I think people are gonna enjoy it, man. We've been working on this, and yeah, you know, it's gonna be dope. I'm excited about that one. So
Yeah,
got some
yeah,
options coming up.
yes. All right. Let me see. Let me get back to these
Okay,
questions.
here's a good one. That's gonna segue to another. Why don't professional producers use Reason Studio as their main DAW or VST instrument? I don't know if I agree with that one.
Do they not? I think I can name. I think I can
Yeah, I
name a
can name a
few.
few. Yeah.
Listen, yeah, it's quite a few people that that love Reason and use Reason all the time. Off the top, Trizza is the first person I think of.
But
I mean, who else knows Reason better than Trizza? I mean, come on, bro. You know. But hey,
oh man,
what do I know, right?
No, I think it's quite a few people that do. You know, I know, was it Illmind? He uses it. I'm trying to think who else.
Right.
DJ Khalil.
Did somebody say S1 was?
No, S1 uses Studio One.
That's right. That's what we
Yeah.
saw last week. Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're missing a branding opportunity right there. That is like right there in your face. It's like, bro, take it.
The man's name was symbolic one, but he goes by S1. S1 Studio One. I mean, the bars write themselves. I don't know.
Wow, he said Crank Lucas used Reason. I haven't heard the name Crank Lucas in a second, bro. His skits used to be fire.
He was in a beat battle I judged in DC.
For real?
Like, yeah. And it was smart on his part because it was at the height of like his hypeness. It's not like this is before the hypeness. He was, super YouTube hype and ended up just joining this beat battle in DC because you got to be on the mic and talk, and he's a personality, and so he got to push and promote himself. And of course, I think he won. He won the beat battle because he's a good producer too. So shout out to Crank Loose and come on from DMV. Gotta show love.
Ninth Wonder. Does Ninth Wonder use? I thought he was FL for life. I thought he was an FL
guy. And Machine.
I know Wonder, who I haven't seen in years, bro. Wonder did what you know about that with Tip?
Oh shit.
Nice. You remember him?
No, I don't.
Oh man.
Shout out to Wonder. That's a hit.
I think he was managed by DTP, and so when I was an intern and working over there, it's like he would always be there. So I would always like talk to him and just like try to learn stuff. And I know he was using Reason back then, but bro, I ain't seen this man in hot. It's been a minute, dog. But yeah, professional people use Reason, dog. Professionals use everything, dog. It's been some hits made on Reaper, on Reaper, dog. It's been some massive hits.
I love Reaper, man. Hey, listen, Reaper gang for life. I'm still an honorary member, for sure.
Facts. And hold on, before you get to that, and then some Reason just dropped their monthly subscription, which is okay. As Trizza, I'm always on the, no Reason gang. You know what I mean? No Reason. You know what I mean? But as a marketing play, I understand why they did it. And it's a smart play for them. And it's more of a VST too. So you can use Reason as a VST for other things. So you get like it's like a rack, and then you could drag it in and do all kinds of stuff within like Ableton or whatever. So for that, it, to me, is a smart play. It's what I wish Fruity Loops would do with the drum sequencer part. But it's never going to happen, I don't think, for Fruity Loops. But, smart play for them. Would I get it? Probably not, unless they gave it to me, and then I probably wouldn't use it. But smart play.
Definitely. Man, hold on. So we have a great question. When I ask this question, you're gonna be like, "Wow, what are the chances?" Are you guys hiring sound designers, and if so, what type are you looking for?
Ooh.
Just so funny you would happen to that. I've been talking about that all week. So much so that we actually have the applications out. I'm just implementing the system so it goes smoothly for everyone. But I mean, whoever asked that question, because they submitted this question earlier to my email. If you're in the show, go ahead and DM me. But just know in the near future, you will see postings of me looking for sound designers and a few other things too. So I'm definitely on the lookout for sound designers, copywriters, bloggers, video content, tutorial makers, all of that. But once the system is up, you're gonna see the postings, so it'll be a smooth application for everyone. And I believe Young Trizza is doing the same.
Yes, sir. Smooth application. Smooth.
Points. Yo, shout out to Sade, but it's just it seems like every Sade song could be played on one note on the piano. She can really sing, but she has such a monotone voice. It's like just everything is just one note.
Facts. Crazy. What type of sound designers are you looking for?
Man, I'm gonna go ahead. Well, it's gonna be an application, but I mean, I'm looking for loop makers, people to make dope MIDI patterns, people that can make dope one shots, basically people that can uphold the same quality and standards that the brand always has and been known for. And the more that you can do, the more valuable you would be, and the
Mm.
more opportunities you would get. But just any aspect of sound design, like I said, loops,
Mm.
drums, even though not a lot of people make drums,
It's a
dope
hard
MIDI,
thing to do.
dope one shot, all that. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. The drums is the tedious thing to do, bro. I ain't gonna front. I hate making drums, dog. That's the war to me. I'd be like, bro, please. I get to like 200. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm tired of doing this, bro. I got 500 more left to do.
Making drums is probably my favorite thing to do.
I mean, you are the godfather of drum making. You know what I mean? That's your swag.
Appreciate your family. Appreciate you. I gotta give you an air horn for that
Hey,
one. Someone says E Jones uses Reason. E Jones is dope, man. Shout out to E Jones.
E Jones. Why don't I know? Why can't I picture who that is?
His style is kind of laid back, kind of Dilla-ish. You know who be
Oh,
playing a lot
okay.
of E Jones stuff? Spice Adams plays a lot of E Jones.
Okay, I know
That's
who
his
you're talking
boy.
about then. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
know.
dope. He's super dope.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So all arounders, yes. Yeah, people just got the
All
swag, man.
arounders or any, yeah, or any, you could not be able to do all of them, but just whatever you can do well. Yeah.
Oh, and this is okay. Shout out to my boy Chambers. I don't know if y'all noticed, man. I've been calling this, man. The Chambers is about to take off, right? And
Yep.
I'm part of this situation, but I'm not part. I'm the big bro, right? In this situation, help connect some dots, right?
Take your flowers.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean. But I help connect some dots. You know what I mean. Shout out to my bro Diego. And so Chambers got a first placement that just dropped. I don't know if it's his first, but he's got a few that's about to come out, some big ones. Like got a couple joints that's about to come out. And Diego hits me like, "Hey, bro, I need a new producer, man. I need some more people. What can we do?" So I got to figure that out. I've got into this A&R position of finding people and putting them, placing them. It's an accidental thing. Didn't want to do this job, but it's Dabrowski. I'm gonna help
Come
out.
on, man.
So I'm gonna try to make some connections to figure that part out too, because I think that'd be a good opportunity. Because Chambers took the opportunity and ran, dog. Chambers is out
And
here,
one.
bro. He's out. When I say Chambers is out here, 2021. Watch what I say. My dog is out here cooking, bro. So it's gonna be good, man.
Hey, hey, squad. Yes, sir.
No, I ain't gonna front. It felt good. It ain't a direct like made the play, but I made the play. You know what I mean? I made the I played a part in this, and just to see where it's going and him like catching this run, I'm like, oh, it's exciting, man. One, he's part of the squad. I've known Chambers since he was like 14. You know what I mean? So it's like now it's
Yeah,
just dope,
from
man. Just seeing the evolution. I think I met Chambers. Where do we meet him at? Was it New York?
in LA, I think.
No, yeah,
New York or LA, but it was
it
in
was
North Carolina.
yeah, it was LA first, and then he was at New York. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Young. Young.
So yeah.
Yep.
Um, damn, what else? I felt like it was something else. Oh, and the last thing I'm gonna need is vocalists for the shout out to Quintino. He's been holding, bro. Quintino been holding it down. But I got I'm about to turn on the marketing for the tags, and it's
Come on,
about to
man.
go stupid. So I'm gonna need more people to help out with the situation. So we'll put that up. We're gonna have that joint out there.
Yes, sir. Go
Uh,
stupid.
let's see. Do you guys mix for local artists? Have you suggest any local recording studios in ATL?
I don't know any cool local joints out here. The only joints I've ever really been to out here are like like the Patchworks, Zach's, all the North Ave type
Yeah.
joints, and it was two real like low key spots, but I don't even think they do it anymore.
Realistic says Amon did not have a studio near ATL. I didn't know y'all was written out.
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's why. That's why I ain't say nothing.
Say that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But since he put it out there, yo, go to realistic. First of all,
Yeah.
realistic is the man when it comes to engineering.
He's the
Second,
GOAT.
Amon is the man when it comes to engineering.
Also the GOAT.
So you can't go wrong, bro. So if you need a studio and you want your stuff to be mixed to perfection, those are the guys you want to go to.
Listen, bro. Hit them up. Hit up their studio. I mean, two goats in the same. It's a virtual petting zoo where they are right now. Just goats everywhere on the mix. It's crazy. Yo, hit them up. Go check them out.
Thanks. Let's see. Do you guys have a vocal loop pack? You know, it's crazy. You do. You do got one, don't you?
Two of them. Two
Oh,
of them.
snap.
If you go to soundoracle.net, we have Articulate, which was put together by the amazing, just some amazing students. And that's the first project I ever did with Realistic. And then there's also Vocane. You know, and we stepped it up on that joint, and you know, got Haley and a few other people involved. Got young Pharaoh got a couple joints on there. Pharaoh got some crazy loops on there. Yeah, so yeah, we got Vocane and Articulate on soundoracle.net.
Hey. DL says, how does a new producer learn how to make professional level beats for celebrity level artists? Are there certain producers that so high level video tutorials? And how do I learn those high level skills? Yeah, I mean, it's quite a few, like I would suggest, but I mean, to give you a general idea, right? When you say high level artists and celebrities, I don't want to say don't just focus on that, but like you got to be careful. You got to be careful how you aim. Don't be like, I'm just gonna make beats for Drake. You know what I mean? Network up and network across. That's my suggestion. Most of my gains that I've got, I've had big records, but most of the stuff that opened the doors was stuff of me networking across. Also, so I just want to throw that out there as like a, you know, trying to be helpful, because you know we kept saying celebrity and like high level, you know. I don't want you to go through this path of like, I can't give my records to Drake and I feel depressed about it. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's going to happen. But man, me and Diego, shout out to my bro Diego Ave, we got a course called the Producer Mindset. If you go to musicproducermindset.com,
Yes, sir.
And we go through, we create a beat from scratch. We tell you why we did the chord progression, why the melodies, like why we're doing the stuff for artists. That was the key thing. Everything is based on getting artists to record to these records, and the spacing and the drum patterns and how it's mixed. And then we got a bunch of Grammy Award winners talking about their process while we making the joint. So that one. And then two, the beat mixing. Like we talk about in the music producer mindset, but it's just like all right, here's how to send it out. But if you want that high level joint, Oracle got a course called the Art of Beat Mixing, and it's gonna get you. So between them, you got the start and like how to get the sonics right, and then you got the how to get the mixes right, and then you in there. So I would suggest those two.
Appreciate it. And then we ready to throw some vocals on it. We also have the art of vocal mixing, and it covers everything from singers to rappers in the whole vocal mixing process as well. Listen, man, the goal is to provide gems and to provide value where gems and value are needed. But man, shout out to you, young Trizza. I just wanted to say it sounds like we're covering a lot of ground here in terms of what the community needs and is requesting.
Oh, yeah.
I like the fact that people can ask for something and we have a product or service or know someone that does, like immediately on hand and are able to provide an answer. So yo, pat you on the back, brother.
Hey, and it's going up, man. I'm excited about the next few things. I'm like, yo, we're about to be out here.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Dang, I typed from my old YouTube. I got a YouTube where it's just I watch stuff. And I was typing in the chat, and it's like my super old one. So if y'all see some random videos of me making beats or something on there, just disregard them. Don't go there. Dang, I should have said that, because now somebody they about to go check out my profile.
Oh, they going.
It's all old
Shout out
stuff
to
on
94 West. 94 West says the art of beat mixing is worth every penny on God. Appreciate you, fam.
Let's see. What interface do you guys use? Oh man, you don't want to know mine. My interface has been through the ringer, dog. I don't know how it's still alive. I have the Duet.
Didn't that joint go out on you and come back to life one day?
Bro, it went out at the Producer Power Summit. It stopped working. So we had to figure out some whole other thing. And then it just started working again. And I've had this interface since 2012, maybe. It was when I got, it was the same time I cut you the check. This is when I bought all that stuff. It was all the same. No, it was literally all like the same week. I bought all this new equipment.
All the same check.
Yeah, bought some cells.
Trizza went and dropped a couple stacks in young Oracleville and then went and bought interfaces.
But you know, interfaces is like hard drives. It's so boring, bro. It's not fun, you know. So until it goes out, I'm gonna.
But which one is it? You didn't say which one it was.
It's the Duet 2. It's the one with the one knob, boy. When you just press the knob. I love the functionality. It's just old. Yeah. What about you?
Mine is old. Mine is old as well, but once again, the functionality perfect. I use the Focusrite 18i20, and it's dope because when I'm not traveling, this is the perfect joint for me because it's a whole lot of ins and a whole lot of outs, so I can get real strategic with the routing if I want to, do some off the MPC onto the tape deck, off to this onto the ASR type deal. It's really flexible for that, but it's a Focusrite 18i. If you want to know anything that I use stand wise, gear wise, interface wise, click the link in my bio and then go to my gear, and it's a whole list of everything that's on my desk, everything that's behind me, just everything in my studio, even the podcast setup in general is right there.
Yeah. Somebody had asked, I just remember that question because I said hard drive, but they asked how many hard drives should you have? And I thought it was an interesting question. I don't know if it's a correct number because I have about 50 and they're just, dog, when my house flooded, bro, I didn't realize this, dog. I had a box of stuff because we were moving stuff around. I had a box with some electronic stuff in there and I had a hard drive in there, bro. Flooded. Donezo, bro.
Done deal?
Bro. Old beats, but I got a copy, so I'm not tripping. I'm more mad that the actual hard drive is just, I got to get another. I mean, shout out to insurance, but yeah, I had a few things in there. iPad in there, bro. I was like, bro, I was sick, bro. I had some Jordans, dead stocks. You know what I mean? You can't.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm joining Jordan Aqua socks now.
But yeah, I would get one OD like crazy hard drive. You could just back up everything, and then I just have one that I work off of, and then the cloud. And that's.
Man, I hate hard drives. I try to keep as few hard drives as possible. I just bought. I only have one external hard drive on my computer, and I just bought a new one. It's a 4 terabyte joint, right? And I rarely use that because I got 4 terabytes like inside of my laptop that I use.
Right.
So that other one is just for like contact stuff and some backups. But my advice to you is cop two big joints and try to minimize the amount of hard drives you have connected to your laptop, because chances are they're going to be plugged into a hub and you're just drawing resources from your computer. I'd rather just go off of one hard drive, even though it's bigger, one could argue search volume and all that, but I'm not here to argue that. And then get at least another good sized joint to keep your backups on. Because the thing about having large hard drives is when they go down, you're going to lose a lot at one time. So it's cool to have at least another hard drive of equal size to back them up on. And also, like I always talk about, use the cloud, especially if you have more than one computer or more than one setup like I have. Put your main stuff on Dropbox, link the Dropbox, link those folders to your Dropbox, and that way when you do something on one computer, it's automatically on the other computer. The cloud can save your life. Just ask Bricks Domain.
Yo, if we don't do a commercial for like some we need to start a internet storage thing for producers, and then we're gonna have Bricks as the spokesperson, and he gonna be in the clouds and like,
he's in the cloud.
My beats are safe. Want to know why? And then it go into the spill. Come on, man. We just started 2 businesses today, man. We started another podcast, and we killed it. We got servers on deck, man. Come on. We see. Hard drive
Keep your beats in
volume.
the cloud. It's in God's hands now.
Hard drive volume is relative to production value. No need to overthink. My drives are in the servers. That's facts. That's facts.
Got you. Yep.
Let's see. I keep one for every computer.
Okay.
Not mad.
Dog. Now you podding. Let's see. Someone says, should one do pitch shifting before or after EQ cuts and filtering?
Oh, so after they do the EQs and stuff, do they pitch shift? I mean,
yeah. I'm gonna try both. One is gonna sound better than the other potentially, depending on what type of joint you're making or what you're actually doing with it. I often, if I have chains of plugins in Ableton, I'll often just swap plugins around and just see, because people pay attention to what plugins they're using, but I think not enough attention is usually paid to the order of the chain. So I would say just the plugins, you can just drag them around, and whichever sounds best or works best, do that.
Yeah, the order makes a difference, but I wouldn't necessarily it's a right or wrong of how you place the order. I guess it's more about the outcome than it is the, but if anybody tells you that the order of plugins don't matter, that's a lie, because it makes a big difference.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, real quick, shout out to Jerry Nova for being in his stories and posting a beat of mine from like 15 years ago, bro. I don't even know how or why Jerry has this beat. Everybody from the Old Heat Studios got more of my beats than I do, but shout out to Jerry Nova for not only finding an old beat of mine from 15 years ago, but actually posting it in his stories.
Oh, snap.
And thinking that he did it and then realized it wasn't labeled properly.
I hope my friends don't start bringing out my old Scott Storch type beats with the motif strings. I'm like, no, delete this.
Facts.
Can you talk about how important it is to take some classes for songwriting or vocals? Doing this as a producer can help an artist. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Understand it. I don't know if you necessarily need to take. I mean, I guess you're taking class. I learned because I was in the studio, so I learned from a lot of like seeing B Cox cut vocals and seeing like JD and all these people. I got to watch them be in the studio, so I picked up a lot of the stuff they were doing, like Rico Love, all of these people. Like, so I feel like I wasn't studying to be a songwriter, but I was around so many songwriters that I kind of understood the process. It definitely helps making beats, though. Definitely helps. But I don't know if you got to take a class. I don't know, bro. I know this is random and this is kind of off subject, but where do songwriters go to learn? Who is the UnQuantized for songwriters? Like, I feel like it's the most underserved part of music.
Kind of you just make it up on your own type deal.
That's wild, bro. Because it's so difficult, dog.
Have the institutions that a lot of people in this. If you think about a song and all the people involved in making the song, everybody kind of has like their institution, but the songwriters have like, just like the weakest institutions there. It's not a whole bunch of songwriting tutorials or a bunch of songwriting this or even a bunch of songwriter hangouts. Yeah, somebody got to do it for the songwriting community, bro.
That is that. I when he said that, it made me think about it. It's like I never thought about it until today. It was like, but nobody's out there really teaching, and if they are, then I don't know of them. You know what I mean? It's just like a weird thing because it's so essential to like music, bro. I think it's just songwriting's at a point where it's sexy. Like at one point, being a songwriter was like the thing. Like like Carrie was popping, Neo was popping, Esther Dean. Like people start knowing the songwriter. And then now I feel like it's more about the producer again,
Yes.
So hopefully, I want it to be like a little even ground because I feel like songwriters need way more respect than what they get. So hopefully, somebody comes out and figures that out. It's a good lane for somebody.
That's a fact. Funny enough, the next question was about songwriting. And someone asked, is there a course on songwriting and creating songs? It says, basically, my question is, will you be the one person who makes a course on creating and writing songs? Sure, why not? Why not? Actually, realistic, and I already talked about it. We already tapped the person that we want to get to actually do this course.
Mm.
Spoiler alert: is Haley, the person who did all the vocal arrangements on
Oh no.
Articulate and also on Vocane.
Mm.
She actually went to this prestigious school, and just awesomely, she pursued a degree in actual songwriting and composition. So like that's her
Mm.
bag. So we're gonna tap Haley to do a course on this very subject
Fire.
for sure.
Fire. Let's see. Kevin Sean had something called Writing Sessions of America. Shout out to Kevin Sean.
That's dope, man.
Kevin Sean been out here, bro. If you know Kevin Sean, you've been in the Atlanta circle. That's how I know you. You're not working in Atlanta unless you know Kevin. That's how I know you've been around in some kind of circle and you've been trying, because he's always had these kind of songwriter things. He's always been super pro songwriter
Mm-hmm.
since I got in the game out here. So shout out to young Kevin, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. One of the best songwriting resources online is Holistic Songwriting. Their YouTube channel is fire. I'm gonna have to check it out, then.
Come on, share them gems.
Yeah.
Share
Let's
them
see.
gems.
Podcast, and the writer is both songwriting podcast on Spotify. I'm gonna have to check that
Dope.
out also.
Dope.
Yeah. That's wild. Bro, it's so weird. Bro, I remember I used to watch every Esther Dean like little interview when she talked about songwriting. I love Dean, bro. I love Dean. I know her, like, we've only been around each other a few times. We've worked together a couple times on some songs, but I love her voice. I love her songwriting. Like, she's one of my favorites, bro. So I be wanting her to write again, but it's like I get it. You popping out here.
She's doing her thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Esther Dean, man. I was there for what I would consider the birth, not the actual birth of Esther Dean, but I remember when she came to Cali, and she started working with Polo. She was still very, very new to the game. Started penning a whole bunch of stuff. Her and Polo used to really get into it. But she started killing it. Got really in there with Jimmy, because Jimmy's office was right across the street.
Right.
Jimmy Iovine. And Dean, I got to watch Dean actually blow up, and her and Claude Kelly wrote one of my first, what I would consider, decent placements, and to have two writers of that caliber
Oh yeah.
to write one of my first placements was priceless, man. So shout out to Esther Dean, for real.
It's crazy. Okay, so Tricky and Dream had a studio called, is it Triangle? I feel like it's called Triangle. But in that studio, bruh, Q Miller, who with the whole Drake thing, but dope artist, you know what I mean? Esther Dean came from that situation. Lonnie Brooks, who is Frank Ocean, they were all in that studio at the same time, bruh.
That's so crazy, bro.
That's wild that you got all of those, all that heat came from the same, like across the hallway from each other, and everybody popped off like that.
So was that like the damn, I just had a good correlation, but I forgot what it was though. But wow, that's crazy. All of them were in the same. Oh, so is that like the Devontae basement?
Yeah, exactly.
One of them things, like an incubator for just like who was about to become some of the most talented people in the industry. Because if you look at all the people that Devontae had in the literal and figurative basement, Tim, Missy, like just a whole bunch of people. Like sometimes it's those incubators of like the next culture hit makers.
Yeah, Red Zone. Yeah, they call it Red Zone. I was there because the dude who taught me production, one of like my mentors, K Fam, he would work there, and he had a situation with them. So I would always be there with him, and I just would chill in the studio and just try to learn. And that's another reason why I kind of know B Cox. I knew him through that whole little situation too. So yeah, that's wild, bro. That little circle is crazy. Realistic says Triangle Amon works there. Yo, let me know. I live literally around the corner, so you let me know.
Shit.
I could ride my bike there.
Nice. Skateboard.
Yeah. I got the electric boy. I'd be up there. You're
lickety split.
How does Timbaland with a friend like Sound Oracle that supplies him with a universe full of sounds keep those sounds organized and actually use them without being overwhelmed and losing presets? That is a great question.
Well, when I do deliver sounds, I put them in a specific order. So you're only
Mm,
going to get X amount of main folders from me. It's going to be a fairly low number, two,
mm,
3, 4, 5, whatever it's going to be. And even inside of those folders, everything's going to be labeled either chronologically or by what it is. And so I just personally try to deliver in a way that's very organized. And since you're asking a question, one way to really stay organized with your sounds is to, you don't have to name every sound something crazy, but put them in folders or subfolders that would be named with terms that you would think of when you, if you had to search for them. Because just because you're making up the name now doesn't mean you're gonna remember it next year. So, like for instance, the name of the folder could be, you know, whatever sounds, and then you could underscore keys underscore lo-fi underscore. You know, I put a lot of keywords, so I might have fairly long types of titles to my folders, but when I go to search in my browser or, you know, just search in my places and Ableton, everything comes up. So that's one way to do it.
How does a person learn the business of music so that he can work with artists and earn a good living without being taken advantage of? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, okay? It's gonna be, and this is me being honest. I feel like in some form and a fashion, you're gonna get taken advantage of in the music industry. It's gonna happen, bro. It's just how
Mm,
far you get taken advantage of is the question, right?
yeah,
So that's why we talk about getting managed, well, getting a lawyer first and understanding how publishing
definitely.
works, understanding, just having a basic understanding of all that. But at some point, bro, somebody's gonna try to finesse you. It comes with the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not saying it's right, but just I wouldn't be afraid of the finesse. Just expect that it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like you don't walk around the street
Yeah.
like, somebody's gonna rob me. I don't think that way. You know what I mean? But in case somebody tries to rob me, I know certain stuff that I should try to do in that situation. That's the way I look at the music business. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you just gotta be prepared, man. And so don't be afraid of it. I mean, it's not like how it is in the '90s where people like like you know what I mean, getting TLC'd and stuff. I don't hear that as much. Like I don't hear people getting their whole life
Uh,
taken advantage. With the internet, everything's more transparent, more, it's harder to cover stuff up,
mhm.
like, and people know more now. So it's not as like you could just trick people into signing whatever, right? So long as you do your due diligence and like, you know, spend the money up front. If you get a contract or something, spend the money up front. Like, even though if you might not make a lot of money, but get the lawyer to look at it. Like, it's important
Yeah,
because you don't know what you're signing,
definitely.
So that's what I say, man. Like, and just practice, man. It's not an overnight thing. It's not going to be something that happens like, if you get one, it's not going to be something that change. I got one and thought my life was going to change. I mean, it changed, but it was a progressive change. It wasn't like immediately I was just this guy, you know what I mean? It took a
Mhm.
while. It took years to get to that point. So, be patient, keep working at your craft, and, don't stress out about
Yeah.
the taking advantageness. What about you?
Also, you can mitigate the potential damage that's done by just educating yourself prior, knowing what to look out for. Podcasts like this, where people openly talk about it and discuss certain things, or like Trisha was saying, the internet is, it makes everything more transparent now. There are also people out there talking about the finesses, because back in the day you had to know somebody that got finessed in order to look out for certain finesses, but now it's kind of rampant and a lot of people know what's going on. So you can mitigate a lot of that damage by just educating yourself.
Yeah.
We had a question that actually kind of ties into that. It's kind of
Mm.
similar. What do you think about high level to mid level producers and artists charging to collab, meaning you submit beats or songs to them and then they get the placement? Um, Somebody DM me that earlier this morning, and just my simple advice to them was like, I'm not here to knock anybody's hustle. I personally don't do that, nor would I want to be either person in that situation.
You're right.
How do you feel about it, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I feel weird about charging for collabs, bro. People ask me all the time, like, "Hey, let's, I pay for a collab," but I make music off of a
Not
vibe. You know
in
what
it.
I mean? So it's like if you're paying me to do it, I feel like I'm cheating myself in a way. You know what I mean? It's like I mean, I would appreciate the money. The money would be cool, but I don't want to feel like I have to do something when I'm doing this for the love of it, if that makes sense. So I avoid paying me for collabs at all costs. The only way I would do the artist thing is that if the artist understood that I'm paying for this verse and I'm going to put it out, that makes sense. Like if you're going to do some DJ Khaled and you want to get, you putting out a record as a producer and you trying to finesse it like that, yeah, you pay an artist. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I would collab with somebody in hopes of getting a placement because they don't know if they're gonna get a placement. You know what I mean? It's so tricky. So many variables.
They know they're gonna get some money.
Yeah, but who's to say that record's gonna get placed? So that's where I'm like a little.
Yeah. The only thing for sure in the situation is that person is gonna get paid by you. That is the only guarantee in that entire situation. Yeah. And I would just simply ask, why is that so? How are you the only person that gets a certified guarantee in this joint? And meanwhile, I'm just out to dry. I don't really rock with that.
And also going back to the dude that was worried about getting taken advantage of. Depending on your situation, depends on how you're getting taken advantage of. And what I mean by that is what some people might think is getting taken advantage of really ain't getting taken advantage of. Like I see loop guys be asking for 50%, right, of a record, but they're not included that they did the loop and that's it. And then that producer is making the beat, they're placing it, they have to deal with it's other stuff
on it.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of other stuff that people don't equate for, and it's so some people would associate that if I'm not getting 50% for this, that I'm getting taken advantage of. But from the other perspective, you get what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you're getting what you're a fair compensation for it. So that's where it comes in. Like it depends on what's going on, but cross that bridge when you get there. Just make sure you find an entertainment lawyer. You know, if you need one, if that ever comes across, we can recommend a couple of people. You know what I mean? And go from there. Start there though. Worry about that bridge when you get there though. You know what I mean? I wouldn't worry about nobody like finessing me until I get to a point where I think somebody's trying to finesse me.
Yeah, that's yeah. Okay, man. I got a confession, man. I'm starting to miss studio sessions.
Oh, I'm sick, bro.
Like, I kind of just want to like be in the, just kind of like just be in the studio and be in the vibe. I don't even necessarily have to be working there. But just something about the vibe of a session, I'm starting to miss it just a little bit, man.
Bro, I ain't gonna front, bro. I'm getting a little stir crazy. I think it's the issue that I'm having is because it's cold also. So it's not like I could normally during the summer I was like riding my bike, I go skateboard, I could do something to get out the house. I'm in the house all this whole winter. I've just been in the house, bro. I haven't done nothing, and now it's like driving me crazy, dog. And like Diego was in town. He told me to come out of the studio. He was doing crazy sessions. I could have pulled up. I didn't, bro. I didn't. I was dealing with the flood, and then still this whole Rona thing. I'm still a little cautious of it, but I be missing it, bro. I'm like, bro, I need that energy of like just vibing out. You know what I mean? Creating something and just like other people in the room. So,
and it's kind of a barbershop therapy type of thing to being in the studio too. You know what I mean? It's definitely needed. Young Andrew Hypes is in town. He asked me to pull up to the studio. But once again, I want to go, but working on 2 projects right now. Realistic and I are working on something that's dropping next Friday. It's kind of, and all the stuff that we've been talking about. Like, we're kind of working on a lot right now. So I don't even know if I'm gonna get to ever pull up with him. But anybody else having some sessions next week or something, man, holler at your boy. I might pull up for real.
Okay, hold on. We got somebody who really wants attention. Sincere Carter, we see you typing numbers. Hello. Hi, my friend. Hi. Okay, you can stop now. It's weird. You're being a weirdo.
yeah. It's over for you, bro. All right. Put the lighter down, bro.
Yeah. Let's see. Realistic says A Oracle. I'm in the A now, and we never done a session together. That is crazy.
Hey. Yeah, because he moved here. First of all, he moved here the same week that I went back to Virginia for a month.
That's crazy. I forgot about that.
So that with all the Rona and all that type of stuff, yeah, we haven't gotten up since he married. We gotta work that out, bro. And obviously, we gotta get some footage or something.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I know you guys have your own site, but what's your favorite platform for sound kit sales? Shopify.
Facts.
Hey, build your own, man. If that's what you ask, if you're asking for, like, if you were to sell, build your own, man. I mean, the other ones,
Yeah. You asking a farmer what's his favorite grocery store?
yeah, man.
I don't really go to the grocery store.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I do, but I don't go often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to build a personal studio from scratch all over again, what would you buy and use as far as sounds, VSTs, EQs?
Hold on. Say that one more. I was reading Realistic's inviting message, and saying that Maya will get plenty of footage. But what were you
Oh,
saying?
snap. So if we had to start over a studio, what would you buy and use as far as sounds, VSTs, and EQs?
Sounds no brainer. I'm gonna stick with my own sounds, just because equipment. I gotta get the laptop. I probably still cop the same Focusrite 18i20 just because I need the ins and outs. VSTs though, I'm gonna keep it. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna be real relaxed on the VSTs because I'm gonna use a lot of stock stuff. So synth wise, I'm gonna go Omnisphere. I'm gonna go UVI, and I'm gonna go Arturia. With a few extra joints sprinkled in. Effects wise, I'm gonna go Cable Guys. What's that? Shaper joint, shaper
Oh, yeah.
box. I'm gonna go with that. Um, what else? I'm gonna go with my Waves Factory cassette plugin. I'm gonna go with Baby Audio VHS plugin. Vocal wise, I'm going with DJ Swivel, the Sauce. Uh, Drum wise, processing, I'm going BDE, and I think that's it. And some cool ass LEDs because that counts.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just say I would probably do more LEDs and stuff and less plugins because I got so many.
Listen
Bro,
to these lights.
I got so many plugins I'm never gonna use, bro. I'd be like, my hard drive is like, give me a break, bro. Like, please.
Facts. Like, listen to these lights, son.
Yeah,
Damn.
I think we almost at the time, Shawty.
Oh yeah. All right, cool. So listen, man. Hold on a second. So listen, it's been another episode of UnQuantized Podcast. Before we get up out of here, brother, do you have anything going on this weekend?
Man, I'm just finishing up. I got 2 new packs about to drop soon. So stay tuned for that. Working on the new projects me and Oracle got coming out, you know what I mean? And then I just been going hand with the new sauce that we were talking about yesterday. So that's my weekend. I'm locked in on the computer, making ads and changing my website. That's gonna be me. And making a couple beats.
Facts.
So go to producerkit.com, check it out. But some new stuff is on the way. What about you?
I'm gonna finish up this project. Realistic and I are dropping a project next Friday called Digital Wax. It's a drum kit that is really dope drums. But here's what we did: we really wanted Realistic got some new analog gear, and I've been dying to do some vinyl stuff. And so we're gonna take all those things and mix them up into one. So super dope drum kit processed with a whole bunch of like vinyl tape old school samplers and then run through like this crazy gauntlet of analog gear to give it like this depth and beef. So we're coming out with that. It's also going to come with a few bonus kits that will be absolutely free with it. One of them is going to be loops. I have a whole bunch of like vinyl and analog like textures and ambiances that'll
Oh,
come in
dope.
a actual pack. Some of those are actual loops too, and some other goodies will be thrown in with that. And yeah, besides that, man, just all the stuff that we talked about, thinking about migrating that course thing over, working on the
Oh,
affiliate
yeah.
program. And I got to get with you this weekend too about the other sauce joint that we was talking about last night because I got a
Oh,
few
yeah.
questions on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
We
it's
out
gonna be a
here.
busy weekend, bro. Yes,
We
sir.
out
So
here
listen,
working.
listen. I know you already know, but there are those that don't. So go tell your mama. It's been another episode of UnQuantized Podcast.